Okay, class, today, since we have been discussing the Declaration of Independence, we are going to go on a virtual field trip to visit where the Declaration was written and signed. We are going to visit Independence Hall in Philadelphia. So here we are in Texas, and we're going to fly all the way to Philadelphia. Here we are at Philadelphia Hall. This is a historical picture which y'all have seen, and it's in one of the rooms in Philadelphia Hall. And this is a painting by John Trumbull showing the presentation of the draft of the Declaration. Here's a picture of the Declaration of Independence and the Constitution, which were both signed here at Independence Hall. And then just to review and remind about the Declaration, this is the unalienable rights. So that would be life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness, which is in the Bill of Rights. It declared the colonies' independence from Great Britain. It stated grievances against the King of Great Britain. And it said all men are created equal under the law. This is a picture of the assembly room in the Pennsylvania State House, which is now Independence Hall. This was the meeting place of Pennsylvania Assembly for over 60 years until the state capital moved away from Philadelphia in 1799. This was also the place where the Continental Congress declared independence in 1776, and this is where it was discussed and signed in 1787. Most historians consider this room one of the most historic rooms in the United States. Moving up to the second floor, we came across the Long Gallery. This area was originally the site for dinners and receptions hosted by Pennsylvania's governor. The Long Gallery also served as a hospital for American soldiers who were wounded during 1777 to 1778. Did you know this room was also a natural history museum and a portrait gallery, a federal courtroom, and a place for the Philadelphia City Council to meet? This room holds a lot of history. Here we have the Pennsylvania Supreme Court chamber. This was the meeting place for the highest court. Before the U.S. had independence, many people learned their rights as Englishmen by attending trials in this courtroom. This room served the Pennsylvania Assembly as a place for various committees to meet and to iron out differences over colonial policy and legislation. Located on the second floor of the State House, the room was also used by local militia to store ammunition and supplies. And just walking across the street a little bit from the museum, we have the Liberty Bell. This bell rang in the tower of the Pennsylvania State House, which is now Independence Hall. This bell alerted lawmakers of meetings, and it invited people to come and hear the news. The bell later became a national symbol of liberty and independence. Can you imagine having a bell ring in your town and you go and listen to the news? That is not how it is today. And finally, home sweet home, back in Texas. I hope you enjoyed the trip. What historical place should we go to next?